Now on Coast TV News.
Bethany Beach water problems, why the town says it needs more money now.
A big budget request. The Carlisle Fire Company in Milford looking for $300,000 to meet rising emergency calls amid population growth.
Pouring a glass of wine, something Twin Branch Winery can do again after a 14-month closure.
Over the next few days, the temps are going to start trending upwards. More on that coming up.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Voting on a change in Bethany Beach. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with water trouble in one of our coastal towns.
Bethany Beach first notified the public in January about large quantities of iron and magnesium in its water. Ideally, the town's clarifier, which is meant to clean the water, would take care of this problem. But here's the thing. Bethany's clarifiers are more than 30 years old and they just are not getting the job done. Live in Bethany Beach is Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson. Brandon, you're at the site of that current clarifier.
Maddie, this is the town's current water department, and over this fence behind me is the current clarifier for the town. That's giving some people problems, but they plan on building 2 new clarifiers if they get enough yes votes in the upcoming referendum to borrow the money to pay for it. May 24th, 2025. That's when locals of Bethany Beach can vote yes or no on borrowing $3.9 million, which would be used for 2 new clarifiers. Danny Tomlinson lives in the town and already knows what he plans to do.
I would vote for it. I want clean water. Everybody wants clean water.
On your screen now is the town's current clarifier. Now you see the yellow circle. That's where the plans call for a second clarifier. New clarifiers wouldn't be the only new things added to the town's water department. The town has $700,000 in reserves going to a new security building here. One of the employees at Lily's Place, a boardwalk business in Bethany, plans to vote yes for the referendum, even though she hasn't seen a big difference in water quality herself.
We don't notice anything like that, especially the water that we give to people.
If this referendum passes and once construction is complete, turning on your water will look the same, but the process that water takes on the way to your cup will be a little different in Bethany Beach. We also spoke with one local here in Bethany that says the town should exhaust all of their reserve funds before borrowing money. Live in Bethany Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brandon. And to get a better picture as to why Bethany Beach is planning this project, here's a breakdown of some stats from the water department. Bethany says its water department delivers over 150 million gallons of water to 3,500 customers each year. But follow me on this one. Officials say on peak summer days, the water department delivers over 1.2 million gallons of water to customers.
The Carlisle Fire Company, who serves the Milford area, is requesting $300,000 from the city as both fire and EMS calls grow. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Milford. Emma, the fire company tells you the jump in calls, it's due to several factors.
Charlie, here at the Carlisle Fire Company, they say over the last several years with the growth of the city, the number of calls has gone from about 4,000 a year to 5,000 a year, often forcing them to ask for help from neighboring services. And not only the growth of the area, but the older population of the people in Milford, those are some of the reasons the company is asking the city of Milford for $300,000. Some people who live in Milford say they can see the need for more resources.
There's a lot of money, but they have to weigh it out and see what's the best, best thing to do. Even if they don't get all of it, probably some of it would help. You never have enough fire people and people to I think it's volunteer to do that because it's a dangerous job.
The president of the fire company tells me they do currently have 3 ambulances, but only enough resources to fully staff 2. That means 2 people in each, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Live in Milford, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, How should towns address increasing EMS needs?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. 59% say state assistance, 27% say more city funding, 10% say volunteer recruitment, and 4% say private partnerships.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at CoastTV.com or use the mobile app. And remember, you can always leave us a comment.
After nearly 15 months, the Twin Branch Winery in Milton has officially reopened for business. You might remember the winery closed down in 2023 because it had opened at first without the necessary permits. Twin Branch says now it's got everything squared away, so happy to be reopened today, where many old faces popped in to see the new and improved winery, and some new people came to visit too, like Ernestine Chenal.
I've been thinking about it for a while. Today was a nice day, so I said it's opening. I'm going to go down there and find out where it is and what it's all about.
The winery opens at 12 Thursday through Sunday.
Officials in one Sussex County city are hoping to give people some relief from their skyrocketing utility bills. Seaford city officials are looking to offer a payment plan that levels out monthly payments by averaging usage over 12 months. This comes amidst frustration from many customers who say they are paying hundreds of dollars more for electricity than they typically do. Seaford Mayor Matt McCoy says he understands people's concerns.
Our residents are facing the pinch like everybody else is. Everyone has higher electrical bills than they thought and higher energy bills. So we want to take a measure to give our city council some options to look at and help our residents out and hopefully provide them some options that can lower their costs.
The Seaford City Council is set to vote on that plan at its meeting on Tuesday. Let's take a live look outside into the Ocean View area as we get ready to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. And Paul, tell me something good heading into the weekend.
I'm going to tell you something great heading into the weekend, Charlie. The weather you've always wished for is about to come into fruition. How's that? So, and I'm explaining why I say it that way, particularly if you like warm weather, of course. Our Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel, we're holding at about 49 degrees. Clear skyline for us. We're not concerned about precipitation, and even the winds have decided to chill out for a moment. Back off with the velocity and all of that. It's 49 degrees in Milton as well as Georgetown, and we're holding at 49 degrees right now in Del Mar. We are dealing with still somewhat brisk winds coming out of the southwest as of right now. Wind gusts are up to like 22 miles per hour in Indian River Inlet as well as in Georgetown. 22 mile per hour gusts also being recorded in Ocean City. And we have a small craft advisory, been downgraded from the gale wind warning and watches. So we're now to 25 mile per hour gusts on the Lewis, Rehoboth, Dewey, Ocean View, and Fenwick Island beaches. Coming up, we'll talk about that nice warming trend we expect by next week, Maddie, and you're going to love this forecast.
Thank you, Paul. In education, President Trump plans to dismantle the Department of Education, leaving funding and programs in jeopardy. As Laura Aguirre explains, the department's secretary agrees and says her job and many others are expendable.
Do we need this department?
No.
Education Secretary Linda McMahon on Fox News this morning, backing her boss on his plans to level her department.
Ultimately, we want to close the Federal Department of Education.
Promises on the campaign trail last fall could soon be signed as a presidential executive order. As for the nearly 4,300 employees working for McMahon,
in a country where we right now have over 8 million openings in jobs, I think there'd be a lot of places for them to go. We'd like to help them get there.
She suggests the nation isn't getting its money's worth from the DOE.
Since the Department of Education was established in 1980, we've spent over $1 trillion to see our scores continue to go down.
She is wrong.
Lisa Quant is a special education teacher in Illinois.
You cannot base everything on this testing. That's absolutely ludicrous.
McMahon points to the nation's report card, also called the NAEP, which for 2024 shows overall scores ticking up and down or staying the same in subjects like math and reading, depending on the grade level. Quant says other critical services eclipse test scores.
Things like occupational therapy, speech and language, mental health support.
What he's doing is harming people.
Matt Platkin is New Jersey's Attorney General, one of the states suing the Trump administration over agency cuts like this.
There's a way to do this. He can go to Congress. He's not even properly attempting to follow the legal process laid out in our Constitution.
The White House did not respond to a request for comment. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
At the college level, the future of higher education loans, that's also in question. This week, Trump acknowledged that the more than $1.6 trillion in outstanding student debt is a complicating factor in his effort to shutter the agency, adding that that debt could land at the Treasury, Commerce, or Small Business Administration.
Maryland's transit plan, the type of projects that are on the works, and how you can weigh in before it's final.
And after we deal with the winds, the temps are about to spring up to normal and above normal numbers.
From parades to powerful women, this weekend is going to be action-packed, so stay tuned for your cool things to do.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Carlos just started working a construction job. When his foreman told him to take a shovel, get down in the ditch, and help dig out some underground cables, he didn't hesitate. Unfortunately, the company didn't have a trench box, and when the sides collapsed, Carlos was trapped under thousands of pounds of sandy soil. Construction accidents are often the result of the company's failure to make a plan to keep its workers safe. If you or a loved one were seriously injured in a construction accident, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Getting Smiles Correct was kind of an easy decision because you guys have an office in Berlin.
I also needed something that was flexible with my schedule.
I'm never waiting there for more than 5 minutes, and everybody is so professional.
Everybody that works at Tillman Orthodontics, they're amazing.
Carrie is always amazing, and I love that if I have my kids with me, you guys have a movie theater.
A movie theater? I mean, you can't go wrong with the movie theater.
Let's get started.
Your first consult is free.
Call Tillman Orthodontics to schedule your free consultation.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Get ready for a weekend of celebration, from marching in green for St. Patrick's Day to honoring the women who helped shape history. There's a lot happening.
Parades, tributes, and more. Christina DiRobertis has our cool things to do.
Don't forget, this weekend is daylight saving time, so yes, we are going to lose an hour of sleep, but that means later sunsets and one step closer to spring and summer. Plus, there's plenty happening this weekend, so let's start in Milton.
On Sunday, lace up your sneakers for the 12th annual Lucky Leprechaun 5K. It starts at 11 a.m. and then keep the St. Patrick's Day spirit going with the annual Milton St. Patrick's Day Parade. That starts at 2 p.m. Also in Milton, Twin Branch Winery is back after an unexpected 15-month closure. They're reopening Friday, just in time for a weekend toast. In Ocean City, it's lights, camera, action at the 9th annual Ocean City Film Festival. It's hosted by the Art League of Ocean City, and the festival highlights filmmakers of all backgrounds. Flagship Cinemas in West Ocean City is one of the main screening spots. Saturday is International Women's Day, and the Milford Museum is honoring Women's History Month with a program on the secret Rosies of World War II. It starts at 1 p.m. at the Milford Public Library, and of course we all know Rosie the Riveter as the women who worked in manufacturing during the war. This program will highlight the women who worked in intelligence and code breaking. Monday is Harriet Tubman Day. You can celebrate at the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park. That's in Dorchester County on Saturday. It's an all-day event offering a deep dive into her incredible legacy. And if you're looking for ways to stay active and healthy, the Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo is happening Saturday at Cape Henlopen High School.
And for all the details, just head over to CoastTV.com and click on Cool Things to Do.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Choice Privileges makes it easy to earn points and maximize any vacation. You can earn reward nights fast and redeem at over 7,400 hotels. Maximized! Get double points on all stays when you book direct.
Dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Give your home that brand new house feel with a spring refresh from Spicer Brothers Construction. From top quality roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters, we can handle all your exterior renovations, installed by professional experts, built to last a lifetime.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you can have total peace of mind. Right now, save 25% on your entire Refresh Your Home project. Plus, with our Home Shield Protection Package, know your home is covered year-round.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
We could practice our skills anywhere, but here is where we've chosen to be. It's here that we find new ways to create hope, give second chances, save lives. One day your heart will need us, and on that day, we'll be ready, without missing a beat. The Heart and Vascular Institute at Bay Health. Our commitment runs deep.
It's Delmarva's best-kept secret, Johnny Janosic's Outlet and Clearance Center. Save up to 80% on name-brand furniture and mattresses. Shop one-of-a-kinds, customer cancellations, scratch and dents, discontinued items, and more. Find incredible deals store-wide. We have something for everyone and something for every room in your home. Shop early and often. New products arrive daily. And buy it today, get it today. Discover the secret. Shop Johnny Janosic's Outlet and Clearance Center in Laurel and Dover.
Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
Bottom line with the forecast, things are about to get a little bit better and more spring-like quickly. Our gutter helmet camera at Ocean View, we're holding at 49 degrees with the winds right now primarily pushing out of the west at about 6 miles per hour. We'll fall into the lower 40s for later tonight with increasing cloud cover, which is actually going to enhance the warm feeling outside and cut away from this cutting cold feel we've had for the last couple of days. And the winds are dying down too. That will also be a little bit on the helpful side. It's 49 in Bethany Beach, but not just there, also in Milton, Georgetown, and 48 degrees right now in Del Mar. Here's where we stand with the wind gust for today. We had a 30-mile-per-hour wind gust in Cambridge, a 31-mile-per-hour wind gust recorded in Ocean City. Right now, the winds are pushing out of the southwest with 22-mile-per-hour gusts being recorded in Georgetown right now. You know, that's not necessarily a tragedy of sorts, but it is a bit on the brisk side. But the good news is, instead of being under a gale wind warning with 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts, we've been downgraded to a small craft advisory until 6 o'clock this evening. So within the next, say, 40 minutes or so, we actually may have that one fall off the map. Same holds true for us, by the way, same time period and same concern over towards Cambridge with 25-mile-per-hour gusts. There's a renegade sprinkle making its way across Washington, D.C. So if we catch a sprinkle late tonight, early tomorrow morning, not a big deal, not sticking around for a long period of time. And this trough is so weak, you know, it needs its spinach, you know what I'm saying, to cause any problems, but it's just not that dynamic. Overnight, we drop down to the upper 30s, 38 in Milford and Milton and Georgetown and Seaford, with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Our storyline for the weekend, a chilly start, but staying dry, seasonable in the 50s. But take a look at this. Next week, we're into the 60s and dare I say 70s. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to your hats. Now, the winds are out of the northwest really for the next, going into Sunday. But as we break down our day part, we're going to go into the 50s for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's still going to be on the chilly side to a certain extent because we'll have temperatures in the 50s. That's the norm. The winds are going to still stay kind of active, making it feel a little bit cooler. But as we go into Sunday, we go from the 30s into the mid-50s. And Saturday and Sunday, we'll rebound. Sunday going into Monday and Tuesday, that's when we start getting better because we'll go into the 60s on Monday. And then upper 60s by Tuesday. And that's going to be quite a treat for us, actually. And even as we take a look at Cape Henlopen and Dewey Beach, by Tuesday, we're looking at 66 degrees, both of those. So that's where we're at. Now, why? Look, this is where we have been for the last few days, 63, and then we dip down to the 50s. But by next week, we're going to look for a surge of warm air, and that's going to push our temperatures nicely up to like 70 by the time we get to Wednesday. And by the way, don't forget, Saturday, we spring forward and lose 1 hour sleep.
We have breaking news. This just in, new information on the causes of death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife. Follow me on this one. Officials say the Academy Award-winning actor likely died of heart disease and he had advanced Alzheimer's. Police say his wife died of hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. That is a severe respiratory illness caused by viruses transmitted to humans by infected rodent urine, droppings, or saliva. So stay with me here. Officials believe Hackman's wife passed a week before her husband. And according to investigators, they believe Hackman was alive for a while after she was dead, but with that Alzheimer's, might not have realized she had passed. Officials say the dog that was found dead, unfortunately, was in a crate, unlikely to have access to food or water. And again, the Hackmans were likely dead for a period of time before their bodies were found. Back to local news, MDOT has released a draft plan for federally funded transportation projects over the next 4 years. This plan, called the Statewide Transportation Improvement Program, includes road, transit, bike, and pedestrian projects across Maryland. MDOT is asking for public feedback until April 4th, and this is the final phase of input before that plan is submitted for federal approval.
We are just under an hour until the end of Do More 24 Delaware, so get those donations in if you can. It's a 24-hour fundraising event designed to help nonprofits raise money and connect with new donors. It kicked off Thursday night at 6. At this hour so far, the campaign has raised over $2 million for organizations across the first state. Do More 24 runs until tonight at 6 p.m. And to find the link to donate, you can visit our website, CoastTV.com.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 6:30, it's Stellar Fights 61. Then at 10:30, a recap of all the action on the final score.
And coming up, a unique end-of-life option offered at a Smyrna funeral home. We'll take a look at human composting and what that involves. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Most people remodel their kitchens for 3 reasons: poor design, lack of storage, and outdated cabinets.
That sounds like a big job.
Not with Paul Davis. We offer 2 stress-free solutions. Reface your cabinets with 5 layers of hardwood, new doors and drawers in 5 days or less. Or replace them, improve your layout and home value.
Call now.
We'll bring the showroom to you and provide an exact price the same day.
Installed before summer. Save 20% on your kitchen project or pay nothing for 12 months.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, emergency plumbing service 24/7.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Wicomico Civic Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, and swim spas in the region, with over 30 spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at the Wicomico Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit spaexpo.com.
In 1925, Avery W. Hall had a vision to protect what matters most and uplift the community he loved. Today, that vision thrives. From humble beginnings to over 100 dedicated professionals, 5 locations, and countless lives touched, Avery Hall is built on reliability, service, and compassion. Over the last century, we've protected dreams, strengthened communities, and stood by our promise to treat every person with care every time. Here's to the next 100 years together. Avery Hall, insurance solutions for today's world.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Wicomico Civic Center. Browse over 30 hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. Financing is available and show admission is free. That's this weekend at the Wicomico Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit spaexpo.com.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
A funeral home in Delaware is offering a new alternative for people who might be seeking a more eco-friendly burial option. Ferry's Funeral Home in Smyrna offers human composting for those who want their remains to return to the earth naturally. Now, while the process is allowed in Delaware, it has yet to be regulated, meaning bodies must be transported to the West Coast. The 2-month and $7,000 process places the body in a vessel with organic materials, allowing it to naturally break down into the soil.
This is a good alternative to help contribute, to the earth, give your body back to the earth naturally. So I think it's a good thing, and I think it's going to gain momentum, for the years to come.
The funeral home says as of now, 4 people have signed up to be composted after they pass.
We're taking a live look outside into Laurel and have one more check on your forecast after the break.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FH we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFur.com.
I'm Kelly Geloff with the Law Offices of Tunnel and Razor. I became an attorney to help people when they need it most. Accidents and injuries can turn your world upside down, but you don't have to face the legal process alone. Our dedicated team has built a legacy of trust and commitment to our clients, ensuring you feel supported every step of the way. We aim to reduce your stress and be the voice you need to get the compensation you deserve. We're the personal injury team of Tunnel and Razor. Trust us to be your voice.
Every story that we do, number one, it affects us as well because we live here and this is our community as well. A lot of times in the media in general, there are stories that are put out that maybe are not the most popular. Maybe people don't want us to do certain stories, or maybe people question why are we doing those stories. But I just want our viewers to realize that there is a motivation for every story that we do. Our longtime owner, Mr. Thomas Draper, had a saying that we have a moral obligation to serve the people of Delmarva. And that saying really still rings true to this day in how we make our news coverage decisions. It doesn't necessarily mean the stories that we cover will be the most popular. Some people don't want light to be shed on those stories, but I hope viewers can understand there is a motivation for everything that we do, because at our core is the belief that we have that moral obligation to serve them, to give them news that is important to their communities, that could help them on their day-to-day activities. That is something that we always live with, and we have that through line through all of our work. And I just hope people can understand that is really what motivates us to get through every single story we do.
Coast TV, our community, your news.
It's time to spring forward because daylight savings time is near. Sunday, we're going to turn our clocks ahead 1 hour at 2 a.m. This means we'll lose an hour of sleep. The annual seasonal change event brings longer days and shorter nights. We'd expect to fall back on November 2nd.
By the way, that affects everybody except Arizona. It used to not affect Indiana. I only know that because I grew up in Indiana. But yeah, so Sunday morning, we'll turn your clocks ahead an hour. And so that means this. For example, for us, 7:20, new sunrise. And by the way, new sunset, 7:01. So there you have it. By the way, our new winner is Brian Dawson of Lewis. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. It's just a phone call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Notice how warm we're going to be by next week.
Great, Paul. Thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.